Ah, that's a sip of my coffee, black coffee, by the way. Before I go on to work, I said, let me address this issue because I just woke up and on Twitter I see people trying to whitewash Osinbajo and, making him look like the saint. No, Osinbajo is no saint. And then thinking that, oh, his hands are tied. His hands are not tied. In short, he's not part of them. He's not part of the dictators. He is the dictator. He is the tyrant. And many people, see things and we move on, we look away. Yeah, he can talk with glib. Like I always say, he comes with the glib and the pap. He comes and then he does all of this talking and he will smooth things out. Unlike the president who that one cannot even talk. He's just there and then he just gives you the badness. This one will subtly package the badness and be hitting you with it. And then the facts are the facts. Let's go back to May 2017. Oh, yeah, Professor Yemi Osinbajo was the acting president. And what did he do? That was when the attack on protesters started. Yemi Osinbajo, as the acting president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, was the one who started setting the police against protesters and they started attacking. I remember that day we went for a protest against the killings in southern Kaduna, and we were at Unity Fountain, and the police came heavily armed. Orders from above, they said, and that we had no right to protest. And it started from there. And when we came back at Unity Fountain that evening for Bring Back Our Girls movement, they had taken, they came in and they sort of like said nobody had the right to be there. They threw away the Shiites onto the streets. The Shiites, remember, they used to meet at Unity Fountain. They came in the mornings. We have always been there in the evenings. And they would come there, they would do their sit out, they would talk, they would do their protest and go home. And the police came after and took away their chairs, took away our chairs and everything, and just made that place we shouldn't come in there again, and sort of like put a barricade. And during Osinbajo's time when he was acting president, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., heavily armed policemen and women were deployed to the Unity Fountain to stop protesters from protesting. We, the members of the Bring Back Our Girls movement, we didn't allow that. And we kept saying to Nigerians that the civic space is being shrunk, but people looked the other way. They didn't bother. And of course, Osinbajo taught his boss how to be brutal in a democracy. And his boss took it on, of course, and added Jara. So all of this talk, I don't know where it's coming from, where you're trying to paint Osinbajo as some saying. No, he isn't. He is part and parcel of the problem that is happening in this country. Yes, he is a vice president. As a vice president, he has a right, he has a capacity to be able to be with the people. What did he say during NSAS killings? What did he say when protesters were being arrested and everything? Oh, I've forgotten. He was actually the one that brought the blueprint on how to attack protesters during a democracy. He gave it to his boss, right? And so what do you expect? I remember a time where he came to be telling us that a farm that started with 1.5 million naira in 2 years was worth about 1 billion naira. And you're wondering why Yahoo people suddenly have a field day and they are coming out and telling you that they will give you 50% in 3 days. They have somebody who is doing advert for them in the villa now. 1.5 million naira started a farm, and in 2 years it's about 1 billion naira, and that didn't sound odd to somebody who is supposed to be a professor. And I know I did a series of videos asking questions because they came on to attack me and everything, all of those online attacks. And I see right now also they've sent in hordes of online people with beautiful female pictures. So I don't know whether those are their real pictures or whatever, but anything for me is that if you're coming to my online place to come and attack me or insult me, please feel free. I welcome everybody's opinion. Whatever you want to say, feel free and say it. Only it. Stop the auntie and mommy. Drop the respect. And my name is Aisha. Use it anyhow way you want to use that. My face, my picture, use that anyhow way you want to use that. Make am ugly, make am fine. Who beauty help? If beauty dey pay salary, beauty dey carry person, dey pay school fees, e dey buy motor for person. Yeah, comot that thing. Na pepper dey pay as long as you get another one matter. Feel free to use all of those things, but the thing is that, and I will constantly be saying it, and whenever people want to twist it, I will bring people back to it, to the fact that the civic space was shrunk by Yemi Osinbajo, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, when he was the acting president. He is that green snake on the green grass who will attack you like my people. There's this rat that when it's eating your toes, it's blowing you. That's the kind of person that he is. He's the one that goes around giving trader monies and everything. It's when election is coming to a particular place that he does his bag and whatever and go there. And for those talking about resignation, it's for me, it's not even about, he doesn't have to resign. Being with the people doesn't mean that you have to resign. He can be there because the only way that a vice president can be removed is the same way that a president can be removed. So he can't be sacked. He is there. It's only the National Assembly that can impeach. And you know what, that in the kind of National Assembly we have anyway. And then for him not to have a voice, for him to sit down, atrocities being made, and then somebody is coming to say that he's part and parcel of it. Please stop saying all of that thing. Stop saying stop trying to whitewash the issues. Even when he was acting president, he did so many of those things. Babachir, the report on Babachir, I think I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was brought out when he was still acting president. What did he do about it? Nothing. He sat down there. The only time that I know he did something reasonable was when they attacked the National Assembly. And of course, he laid down as the acting president, where he now sacked the, what's this now, DSS boss. What are they called, master? What's the title for DSS boss? But the head of the DSS, he now sacked that, which automatically showed that, okay, that was done without his consent. But all the other ones that he was silent while he was acting president, definitely was done by his consent. Please stop whitewashing people who haven't worked for you, been there for you, and trying to make them look like they are something else. By the way, stand for yourself. Grow yourself. Have a voice. It's not about defending the people that you cannot defend. And one of the things I've always said is the fact that, look, I don't do tantrums. I do verifiable evidence. Bring it on.